We'll start with registration questions for Dana. The question is about accepting an offer and registering for classes. So the question is, I have already accepted my offer. Do I still need to register for classes? And what is the difference between accepting an offer and registering for classes?
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Yes, you still need to register for classes once you've accepted your offer. So the difference is accepting an offer and is an agreement to attend a program. Registering for classes can only happen after you accept an offer and involves choosing your classes.
All right, thank you. Next question then. When does registration begin? And what if I'm unable to register at that time?
Registration will open tomorrow, August 8th and 9th, depending on your program. The list of dates and times is available on the website. I'm sure someone will put a link. There we go. And you would have received an email already letting you know your program's date and time to register. Once registration opens, you can sign up anytime until registration closes. The last date for registration is typically 10 days after the start of the term, so September 16th.
All right, thank you. Next question. How do I register for classes, and what happens if I have issues when I'm registering?
You will register for your classes using self-service. You'll need to know your student number and your personal identification number, your PIN. If this is your first login, your PIN is your date of birth in the day, month, year format. An email will be sent a couple of days before registration opens with full instructions, which we have already sent out, and the times when your window will open to register. If you do have issues while registering, we do have two support or drop-in sessions. The Zoom links for that are on the registration website as well.
All right, next question. What is my student number and where can I find it?
Your student number is your unique identification number. It will be on your offer letter that you would have received in the mail and in an email.
All right, thank you. Next question. Do I need to pay my full tuition before I can register for classes? And how can I find out if I still owe tuition fees?
You will need to pay for the current semester to register for your courses. Students can refer to their invoice or the website to find out how much they owe.
And final question from me. How do I submit a payment?
You can pay online at the Student Payment Center on our website. Instructions are on the back of your invoice. There will be a link provided in the chat. Full payment was due August 6th.
All right, thank you very much for answering the questions there.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to move on to class schedule and program delivery questions for Dana. How and when will I get a class schedule, and do I get to choose my own schedule?
So once you have successfully registered for classes, your schedule will be available in self-service. Schedules are mostly chosen for you, but typically you can choose your electives.
Awesome. Next question. How can I tell if my class is going to be online or in person?
Looking at your schedule, if it is an in-person class, classroom number will be listed.
Awesome. What does it mean if my program is hybrid, and do I need to come on campus?
Hybrid programs means that at least 60 to 70% of your classes will be delivered on site. You must be in North Bay or Parry Sound to attend a hybrid program.
Good to know. And can I change my program before the start of classes?
In order to change your program, you must withdraw your acceptance and reapply to change your program. This is not recommended as is based on seat availability and you are not guaranteed a spot.
Awesome. Thank you, Dana.
Thank you.
All right, next set of questions for Marian about CAN 100.
Hi.
Hi, hi, Marian. So question is, what is the CAN 100 course and do I need to complete it?
Okay, so the CAN 100 course is it's a preparatory information and resource course. It's designed to help new students understand the Canadore supports and resources available to them and to provide help and guidance as you begin your Canadore journey with us. It is a mandatory course, so it is expected that you will complete it, and it's a pass-fail course that will have a grade attached to it on your transcript.
All right. How do I access the CAN 100 course?
So the CAN 100 course will be available in the learning management system, which is iLearn. So once you gain access to your iLearn account, at least one day after you web register, you can begin to look through and complete the quizzes in the CAN 100 course beginning on Monday, August 12th. That's when the course starts. That will give you about 3 weeks to complete the course before the rest of your program courses begin. And it is a very useful course, and it will help you better understand a lot of Canadore processes and your role as a student. So I highly advise getting into it as early as possible.
All right, thank you. And last question, when can I access any of my other courses? Yeah.
So the rest of the program, the rest of the courses in your program are available beginning on the course start date. So you won't see any courses in iLearn other than the CAN 100 course until then. And in most cases, that will be September 3rd, the beginning of the semester. But if you're enrolled in any courses that have a later start date, perhaps the second 7 weeks or a couple of weeks in, then those courses will become available on that start date.
All right, thank you very much for the answers, Marian.
All right, we're going to move
Thanks.
on to financial aid questions from Andrea. What is OSAP and am I eligible to apply?
Hi, I'm Andrea, financial aid officer at Canadore. There's 3 of us here at the college. We assist students with completing and processing OSAP applications, as well as extenuating financial circumstances, along with the scholarship and bursary applications. So the first question, sorry, what was it again? What is OSAP? Am I eligible? Was that
Yeah.
the one?
Mhm.
Okay, so OSAP's a government program that can help you pay for college. It's made up of grants and loans. So grants is typically money you don't have to pay back, as well as loan. You do have an option of only accepting the grant money if that's the way you wish to go. It's considered an assistance program to help students fund their education.
All right, awesome. Next question. If I'm not eligible for OSAP, what are my options?
Okay, so you can inquire with your bank or credit union for what's called a student line of credit. We do have bursaries and scholarships. Our bursaries open October 1st. Our scholarships open November 1st. Those are on our website under Paying for College. We offer the Canadore Work Study program throughout the school year, and that's for students who would like to work part-time for up to 10 hours a week throughout your study period. There also is an external awards website, www.studentawards.com. I'll put it in the chat so everyone can check that out as well.
All right, awesome. How do I apply for entrance awards, scholarships, and bursaries?
Okay, so it's on our website, the application, and it's under Paying for College. The entrance awards open May 1st, close August 31st. The bursaries open October 1st and close October 31st. The scholarships open November 1st and close January 31st.
Awesome. How can I budget my money for the school year so I don't run out? Do you have any budgeting tips?
I do. So we have a budgeting sheet. You can email finaid@canadorecollege.ca to request one. OSAP is given to you if you're approved in 2 installments. So you get 60% of your total assessment in September, and the other 40% is given to you in January. Building a realistic budget for yourself by listing all your income and monthly expenses for the school year, such as rent, food, and clothing. Eating meals at home instead of eating out will save you a lot of money. Bringing your own coffee every day to school. Meal planning each week can help you. I just actually recently found an app called the Flip app, and you can save up to 20% weekly on your groceries with that app. Buying no-name products can save you money, as well as showing your student card at some of the approved stores will give you a discount as well.
Awesome. Those are some great tips. And last question, what is the best way to contact financial aid?
So financial aid, we have an email, finaid@canadorcollege.ca. I'll make sure that you guys will be able to see that here in the chat. And sorry, what was the other question that you asked me?
Just what is the best way to contact financial aid?
Okay, yeah, definitely send us an email. And we're here on campus at each campus, Commerce Court, and there's 2 of us at College Drive as well, if you need to stop in to see us.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Andrea.
You're welcome.
And last set of questions. These are pathways questions for Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan.
Say it was before I speak, perhaps Andrea could address what sort of identification students might need if they show up for an OSAP appointment, because I hear them addressing that quite a bit when they show up, just so they know what they need to have. So I'll let Andrea jump in, and I won't unmute myself. I'll just be quiet.
Thank you so much for bringing that up, Jonathan. That's great. So we need to see government photo ID and proof of your SIN. So proof of your SIN cannot be a T1 General. It has to be your SIN card or the piece of paper from Service Canada that they'll give you with your SIN number on it. We can take notice of assessments, but they took out the complete SIN number, I believe, 2015 going forward. So again, we have to see proof of SIN and government photo ID if you come in to ask us questions about your OSAP. Thanks, Jonathan.
No worries. I hear you say that 100 times.
Thank you. Yes.
Once now it might save you 100 more times to say it.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, Ziad, you got any questions for me?
All right, yes, for sure. So what is a credit transfer?
So a credit transfer is a process where your prior post-secondary education is acknowledged and used for potential exemption from courses that you may be doing here at Canadore. So it means you've already attended a college or university, something at the post-secondary level somewhere else before you've come to Canadore, or perhaps you're on a second program with Canadore. And then, so basically it's looking at what you've done. And so, for instance, as an example, and maybe in a prior program, you took an anatomy and a physiology course, and now you're in a program that also has an anatomy and a physiology course. And when you look at the course outlines and compare what was taught in each course, they may read very similar, leading you to believe, hey, I've pretty much already done this course. Can I get out of this course? So credit transfer is a process to potentially make that happen.
All right, thank you. So the next question then, will my credits earned at a previous post-secondary institution transfer to Canadore?
So that really comes down to the process we have where there's an official review done. So I am not a subject matter expert of any of our programs at Canadore. I help facilitate the process and help connect your credit transfer application to an appropriate subject matter expert to do an expert review of the course outlines to see if indeed the courses are equivalent in regards to what learning outcomes were delivered and achieved, if the credit values are the same, the hours, like just to say, hey, are these 2 apples the same or are they different apples? So that is a process that utilizes that. So the answer is maybe. It is subject to review and you may be approved or denied. And there's a lot kind of baked into all of that, but the short answer is potentially.
All right, thank you. So next question, how and when can I apply for credit transfers?
Okay, so we have an upcoming deadline for a guaranteed result before the semester starts. So August 12th, if you have got a complete credit transfer package, so that's the credit transfer application and the supporting documentation, which I'm sure we'll speak about in a few moments. So once all the items are in, if they're in before that date, August 12th, we can guarantee a result before the start of the semester. But it is very important for you to understand that you can apply for credit transfer at any time during the semester, pretty much leading up to December. And the reason I mention this is as you are probably already overwhelmed with the amount of information excuse me, and processes and things you need to do and dates you need to track, the last thing you have is an hour to track down course outlines and do a self-evaluation of if the courses are the same. A lot of students don't realize until they're a couple of weeks into a course that they go, oh, I've already done this, right? Because you've just been so overwhelmed with starting your journey. So that being said, if in the first couple of weeks or halfway through the course, you realize I've already done this when I was at Sheridan or wherever you've come from, you can still apply for credit transfer, okay? So you will have to continue to attend the course while you are applying, okay? Until you get your results, you must attend all courses. But if, let's say, on week 5, you apply and find out, hey, I'm approved, you can then drop the course and you don't have to take it anymore, which is great. Frees up some time for you. On your transcript, the course will show a designation of WD for withdrawn, but that has absolutely no negative impact on your academics or your GPA. It is simply a designation to show that you withdrew from a course. And then the reason for your withdrawal is also shown on your transcript under a little place that says credit transfers, because they'll see the same course code and go, oh, they withdrew from the course because they got a credit transfer. So there's no harm, no danger there. So you can apply right now or pretty much at any time, but you certainly would not want to head into the last few weeks of the semester and then try and do it because A, you've pretty much already completed the course, you might as well finish it, and B, you may not get a response back. We try to get, results within a couple of days, but it can take up to 10 to 15 business days for a result. So if you wait till the last week of the semester, there's no guarantee you will hear back before the semester ends and you get it now. You don't want that.
All right, thank you. And a final question for you. What do I need to apply for transfer credit?
Well, you're good, Ziad, but anyone joining us today is going to need to make sure that they have an official transcript that has been supplied directly to our admissions office. We will not, and I will not accept a transcript from a student. If you attach a screenshot or a photocopy or a PDF that you had sent to you as a student, and then try to forward that on to me, I will not accept it. I will hit delete. You can send it 100 times and I'll hit delete 101 times. It must come directly from the prior institution, whether that be a hard copy piece of mail that is sent to our admissions office or using a service like MyCreds or Parchment to have it sent electronically directly to me. But if you as a student have it sent to you and then try to bounce it to me, that's not going to work. So it must be an official transcript sent directly to myself or our admissions office. And you also need to have the course outline for the course or courses that you're trying to use from your past. Now, this cannot be the one paragraph description you see on a website. That's called a course description. It's very short and it gives basically no detail other than kind of what does the course cover. We need the multi-page, full syllabus, course outline, whatever you want to call it, that shows the course learning outcomes, credit value, grading scheme, textbooks used, weekly schedules sometimes, and the hours. So it's like fully fleshed out. So no course descriptions. So those two documents in conjunction with the application form is basically what you need to pursue credit transfer.
All right, thank you very much for sharing the answers, Jonathan.
We want to take a moment now to acknowledge all the questions that were submitted on the registration form. We were able to answer most of the questions that were submitted. We did have some questions that were unrelated to today's topic. So if you are looking for some additional information about medical insurance or registering for classes, make sure to register for one of our upcoming orientation virtual sessions that will cover these topics.